Get your pixel fix like it's 1986. Atari is re-releasing yet another classic console, and this time it's the turn of the 7800 Plus. At Gamescom earlier this year, we sat down with Atari's head of hardware to ask all of your burning questions about the new console. Check it out.
We had such incredible demand for the 2600 Plus that we decided, you know what, we would love to be able to honor even more of our legacy with the 7800 Plus. Similar to the 2600, plays both games, both 2600 and 7800 platform, updated the firmware there, added a couple other features, but yeah, this is really part of an evolution. It's really part of growing that overall ecosystem, both with hardware and with games. So not only do we launch that and the wireless controllers, but 10 new games as well. So what comes in the package is the console itself, the new wireless controllers, CX78 wireless controllers, and a copy of Bentley Bear's Crystal Quest. So you have a game to pop in right away and start playing. That package goes for $129.99 US. So what we're talking about here is Bentley Bear's Crystal Quest, which is the sequel to Bentley Bear's Crystal Castles. This version was made by Bob DiCrescenzo. We were able to acquire this from Bob and re-release it as an official sequel to Crystal Castle. It's a fantastic game, a lot different than the original. This is more of a 2D platformer type of a game, so if you're a fan of Mario or other type platformers, this is probably your jam. When the 7800 first came out originally, it came with what was called a Pro-Line controller. It was a controller that you held this way. It had two buttons on either side, and you would squeeze these buttons while at the same time using a joystick on the top. Well, ergonomically, it's very difficult to use for long periods of time. People nicknamed it the Painline controller, and Atari recognized this, and when they released the European version of the 7800, it actually came with a different controller, which is this, what they call a joypad. We call it a gamepad now. Wired version just like this. So what we wanted to do was take this and re-release it as a wireless version because that's what the community was asking for. So that's how we got to the CX78 Plus wireless gamepad. Very different experience in terms of gaming and playability. It also has a removable little thumb drive here. So you can take out that thumbstick and play with it as a normal D-pad if you want to use it that way. Just totally up to your preference. 30 hours of playtime, and most importantly, gives you the ability to sit back a little bit from your giant TV so you can enjoy all of the colors in the game. We're obviously huge fans of the homebrew scene here. As I mentioned, Bob DiCrescenzo a couple of times. Bob also did a bit of work for us on this new title that we're releasing. So Bounty Bob Strike Back was actually a 5200 game and an 8-bit game, and we had Bob port this to the 7800 so that everybody can enjoy it now on both our 2600 and 7800 Plus consoles. We recognize that there were a lot of great games that came out originally for Atari, but over the years, over the decades since, there's been a lot of fantastic community-made games that have come out. A lot of great people that have kept this ecosystem alive, and we love working with them. It is emulation, so it's never going to be quite 100%, but it is very close. All original Atari titles and games from that era will play on it. It also supports most homebrew games. So one thing we did when we released the 7800 Plus was we actually updated the firmware inside of it to be able to play more of these community games that we've been talking about, which are very important to us. So a bit of an upgrade there. So compatibility is front of our mind and very important. We view this as a living, growing ecosystem. So this is not a one and done. We plan to release many more games to support both of these consoles. We have ideas about additional controllers and other pieces of hardware that would be really fun. I think people would enjoy.